Hello, welcome to another fresh edition of Poly Playbook.
We're serving up all the hot action, cool plays, and everything in between.
Now Poly Athletics.
I'm Connor McCarthy.
I'm Nate Edelman.
I'm Brian Chong.
Poly Playbook starts now.
Who do you think will win the Super Bowl this year?
I think the Patriots are going to win.
Hi, I'm Joe Schatz, and I'm here at Spanos Stadium.
I'm Megan Haley here at Staples Center.
Myself will be taking on Sierra Highland, best pitcher in Big West softball history. Let's see how this goes.
Tune in every week to Poly Playbook, right here on Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to another fresh and final fall quarter edition of Poly Playbook.
We're serving up all the hot action, cool plays, and everything in between for Cal Poly Athletics. I'm Francisco Martinez.
And I'm Lauren Kozicki. Poly Playbook starts now.
The Cal Poly volleyball team made their 16th all-time appearance in the NCAA tournament. Sawyer Milam has the highlights.
In the first round of the NCAA tournament, the Cal Poly volleyball team took on the University of San Diego as the Mustangs returned to the NCAA tournament for the second year in a row. But if this year's team wanted to repeat last year's success, they would have to get a win without junior outside hitter Tori Van Winnen, the Big West Player of the Year. And the absence of Tori was a big loss for the Mustangs as they couldn't find any rhythm of offense in the first two sets and found themselves down 2-0 heading into the locker room. But the Mustangs put up a fight and were able to win the third set 25-23 to force a fourth set. But in the fourth and eventually final set, the Toreros were able to put away the final point and the Mustangs' historic season came to an end.
To be able to learn, that someone of the caliber of player that Tori is and what she's done for this program this year, to be able to find ourselves in a potential fifth set within 12 hours of learning that, I think speaks volumes to this group.
I can look back and be proud of everything that this program has done. And obviously sad that it's over, but overall happy that it happened and so happy that I was able to be a part of this program.
It's really been a whirlwind. It's been so surreal too. Like, I never thought that I'd be here, be playing with this team in this arena, in this environment. It's amazing. I loved every second of it. I'll never take it for granted. I have loved playing with you and Broker so much. I'm forever grateful for everything you've done for me. This has been the most amazing experience of my life.
The volleyball team finished the season with a record of 25-3 overall and 15-1 in the Big West Conference.
Despite being upset in the NCAA tournament, the Cal Poly volleyball team began the season by winning 19 of their first 20 games, which is now the best start in program history. Reporter Sawyer Milam has more on their record-setting season.
The 11th ranked Cal Poly volleyball team is off to the best start in program history.
Super rewarding, and I think this team and this coaching staff and this program just really deserves that.
It's an awesome achievement. It's awesome to be part of history, obviously. The next challenge, I guess, would be moving forward is the team next year is going to look at it and go, how do we beat this one? But excited for the girls for this year to know that they are in the history books. Certainly we don't go into it with the mentality that we want to set records. Our mentality is more we want to just continue to play good volleyball and improve. The byproduct of that this year has helped create the most wins, our best start in program history.
The team has a record of 19-1, having won 18 straight games, and is undefeated in the Big West Conference.
We actually try to not think about our ranking at all because that really essentially means nothing. One loss and that ranking's gone. So we just try to continue to better ourselves, not based on rankings, just based on level of volleyball and how we can continue to improve.
The Mustangs keep everything in perspective and take it just one game at a time, and will take on Hawaii in a battle of the top two teams in the Big West Conference.
The atmosphere at Hawaii is awesome. It's 8,000 to 10,000 people. It's very much white noise. It brings out, I think, the best because it's on TV and the lights are on and it's a show for the most part in terms of being able to go out there and taking the confidence of where we're at and where we're playing right now, and also taking the confidence that last year we could go out there even being down 2-0 but still finding a way to win for the returners is certainly a big confidence boost.
Sawyer Milam, Mustang News.
After setting the record for the best start in program history, the volleyball team won the Big West Conference Championship for the second year in a row. Cal Poly swept both UC Riverside and Cal State Fullerton to clinch their second straight Big West Conference Championship. Junior Tori Van Winden led the team against Cal State Fullerton with 12 kills, 12 digs, and 4 blocks. The team's win was also the Mustangs' program record 21st consecutive at Mott Athletic Center. The girls finished a perfect season at 10-0 at home after going 8-0 last season. Cal Poly's back-to-back conference titles are the first since the 2006-2007 years and the 5th overall in program history.
The Cal Poly football team pulled off an upset win over Idaho State, who at the time was tied for second in the Big Sky Conference. Here's a look at the highlights. The Cal Poly football team tried to rebound after a tough loss against Montana State by hosting Idaho State on Saturday. In the second quarter, with Cal Poly trailing 7-6, Joe Prothro leaped into the end zone to put the Mustangs up 13-6 at halftime. Moving into the third quarter, quarterback Khalil Jenkins finds J.J. Koski wide open receiver to give the Mustangs a 20-7 lead. Later in the fourth quarter, with the Mustangs leading 20-14, linebacker Anders Turner picked up the fumble and ran 40 yards into the end zone for another Mustangs touchdown. With this carry in the fourth quarter, Joe Prothro entered the Cal Poly record books by rushing for the most yards in a single season. Joe Pro finished the game with a career-high 260-yard rushing and a touchdown. J.J. Koski sealed the game for the Mustangs after running 28 yards for the final touchdown of the game. Cal Poly defeated Idaho State 37-14.
So Cal Poly finished off their season with a final record of 5-6. After missing most of the 2017 season with a knee injury, senior fullback Joe Prothro set records in his return this year.
Senior fullback Joe Prothro, the most dominant rusher ever to play for Cal Poly, finished up his time with the Mustangs this season. He was just 188 yards away from breaking the career rushing yards record going into his final game. Even though he was close to another record, Prothro focused on picking up one more win in his last game at Cal Poly.
Honestly, it would mean a lot to me, and it should mean a lot to our whole offense, the offensive line, the slots that have been blocking for me. It'd be nice, but if I don't get it, I don't get it. I'm trying to get that last win, go 5-6. That's a lot better than going 1-10 last year. So that's really what's most important to me.
While Prothro is capable of taking over a game all on his own, his offensive lines over the last 4 seasons have played a key role in his success.
Love my O-line, always. They got me to where I am now. I was blessed with the carries and them just putting on for me on the front lines.
Head coach Tim Walsh says part of what makes Prothro so dangerous on the football field is the diverse skill set he picked up playing other running back positions.
Because he's played a lot of tailback and a lot of deep back in his high school career, his vision, his instincts as a running back are much better than the normal guy that plays the position.
Prothro hasn't decided what will come after football, but his first priority is his family.
The NFL dream, though, it's like, that was like the little kid in me. Now I just want to make some money and feed my family. That's like really a man's goal.
Jay Serrano, Mustang News.
Prothro managed to get the all-time rushing record and finish his career with 4,200 yards with 35 touchdowns, and he also set the program record for most rushing yards in a single season, finishing with 1,810.
Another huge part of the football team's success was senior quarterback Khalil Jenkins. Jenkins proved to be a vital part of the offense as well as a key leader for the team.
Even though Khalil Jenkins' senior season has not gone as expected, he still tries to help his team however he can.
These guys have given their all for me, and so it's only right that if I'm able to play, if they tell me that I'm able to play, and it's just a pain tolerance thing, then we can get through that. We can, and I'll do everything I can. I'll do my part to make sure I'm out there with my brothers.
While Jenkins has played well at Cal Poly, a series of injuries have kept him from playing his best football.
I really wish that at some point in time I could see Khalil Jenkins play healthy. He's played 10 games this year, but I don't think he's been healthy all year long. And, him at 100% is a lot better than him at 80 and 85%. But that's a credit to him that he wanted to play, and he gave us the effort that he's given us and the leadership that he's given us all year long on and off the field.
After missing almost all of last year, Jenkins suffered another knee injury early in the season. He only missed 1 game and quickly returned to the team, but the injury forced him to adjust how he played.
I mean, as far as gameplay, I mean, I think I've become more of a physical downhill runner than more of an elusive runner, and that's just obviously due to my restrictions physically, but you know, I still feel like I'm just as effective and just still trying to do what I can to help us get wins.
Even though Jenkins' time playing college football is coming to a close, he is not ready to give up on the sport he loves.
This will be my last game as a Mustang, but hopefully not in my football career. So I'm going to do everything I can this offseason and get myself in a position to, you know, maybe find myself on a team somewhere else next year. So that's going to be the focus after the season.
Jay Serrano, Mustang News.
Jenkins concluded his career as a Mustang with 1,400 yards passing as well as 17 passing touchdowns. Jenkins also contributed with his legs with 1,400 yards rushing and 14 rushing touchdowns. The #1 soccer rivalry in the nation lived up to the hype once again as the Cal Poly men's soccer team defeated the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos for the second year in a row in San Luis Obispo. Here's a look at the highlights and action from that game.
The Cal Poly men's soccer team finished the season 5 wins, 9 losses, and 2 draws, and overall in the 8th place in the Big West Conference.
And now we have one of our news segments. Let's hear from Cal Poly men's soccer guardian Between Pipes, senior goalkeeper Simon Boehm in Mustang in Focus.
Back in the day, I was the slowest guy on the team, so they kind of just threw me back there. It worked out, so from there on I just played goalkeeper. Living in Denmark, you're always like dreaming of California, and it's all this big hype, but you know, it's just, like I said, it's paradise. Can't really get any better place than this. You know, been privileged enough to live in paradise for the past 5 years now, so it's actually the only school I applied to out of high school, so I kind of knew once I was here, the place I wanted to be. Being a goalkeeper, you kind of have to be a leader from the back. You know, it's kind of the coach in the field, if you will, because you see the whole field, and you got to direct everyone in front of you. Wade Hamilton, the previous goalkeeper, and he always just, you know, he was really good at balancing his life as well, and always kind of just staying in the moment, enjoying it while he had it. He's pro now and doing really great, so a guy like that, having someone like that to look up to is awesome. You don't know how many times you get to go out and practice. You know, my shoulder injury last year kind of made me realize that whole thing is you have limited time being a soccer player. You know, your body can only physically keep up for so long, so being able to just come out here and be able to say, oh, I'm privileged to even be here is awesome. Especially the Santa Barbara games, you know, without a doubt, those have just been awesome. When Cody scored in overtime, I wasn't even on the field, but we're standing behind the goal and rushing the field with everyone. That was amazing. And being able to do it this year as a player on the field was pretty cool as well, and being lifted up by the crowd. I mean, it's a feeling I don't think you can get on any other college campus.
Poly cross country team added to its trophy case at the Big West Championships. The men's team went for a three-peat, and the women's team tried to win their third title in the last 4 years. Sophomore Jake Witter won the 8K race, setting a course record with a time of 24 minutes and 27 seconds. Junior Miranda Dashian also set a course record, winning the 6K race in 21 minutes and 41 seconds. The women's team won their third conference championship in the last 4 years, and the men's team recorded the 8th three-peat in program history. Cal Poly now has 51 all-time conference titles and 38 individual championships.
At the NCAA West Regionals, the women's team secured 8th place in the 6K, which was led by junior Miranda Dashian, who placed 18th with a time of 20 minutes and 10 seconds. Junior Evan Jamison led the men's squad by placing 33rd in the 10K while leading the men's team 10th overall. Cal Poly Dashian and Izzo advanced to the NCAA Cross Country National Championships.
Mustangs Katie Izzo and Miranda Dashian competed in the women's 6K at the Cross Country National Championship meet. Izzo placed 82nd while Dashian placed 112th against 255 other runners. Izzo finished with a time of 20 minutes and 58 seconds, and Dashian finished at 21 minutes and 9 seconds. Both the men's and women's cross-country team squads ranked in the top 45 of the National Cross Country Rating Index. The men's team finished number 39 out of 350 programs, while the women ended the year number 45 out of 318 programs.
After going undefeated at regionals, the Cal Poly Club water polo team headed to Arizona for nationals in early November.
As the #1 club team in the country, Cal Poly men's water polo team is going for gold this season. The team brought high energy to regionals last weekend, winning every game, bringing their record to 11-0.
Going to every game with the same mentality. Got to play hard, got to start quick, got to run up the score, shut them down.
The #1 seeded Mustangs A team started regionals out hot on Saturday morning, smoking out the 5th seeded Cal State Long Beach 3-12. The team jumped right back in the pool Sunday morning to defeat the 2nd seeded UCLA A team 10-6.
Team, like, everyone is incredibly talented. We probably play at a Division I school, but other than that, we have incredible depth. Like, we can trade in all 6 for all 6 and still have an incredible first 6 guys out there.
Last season, the team's journey to nationals was the first in 8 years. The resilient Mustangs were placed in the last seed of the 16 teams who also received bids. Working their way through teams, Cal Poly ended up with the bronze medal.
This is our year. We're 11-0. We've never done better in the past, I think 11 years or whatever it is. And we're going to bring out the fire because we're going to take it.
Nationals will begin on November 9th at the University of Arizona. The Mustangs will take on University of Alabama in the first game on Friday at 9 a.m. Lauren Kozicki, Mustang News.
The Mustangs took 2 victories at the beginning of the national tournament against Alabama, then University of Michigan. Unfortunately, the team took a 10-8 loss against the University of Utah. Cal Poly then beat University of Southern California 10-8 to be named 3rd in the nation.
The women's soccer team finished the season with 2 wins, 4 losses, and 2 draws in conference play. The Mustangs had 1 win at home against CSUN 1-0 and a win on the road against Cal State Fullerton 2-1. The soccer team graduated 7 seniors this year. One of the seniors of the team was defender Chelsea Berry. Berry was selected to the United Soccer Coaches All-West Regional 2nd team. She graduates ranked 13 in school history for 66 career starts, and Berry is also tied for number 15 all-time at Cal Poly with 10 assists from the back line.
And now we are going to take a look at the top 5 best moments from fall sports this quarter.
Coming in at number 5, it was senior night for Cal Poly football, and quarterback Khalil Jenkins threw not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 touchdown passes. Shout out Lou Vega, Mamba number 5, in a win over Southern Utah. The 5 touchdown passes are the 2nd most ever thrown in a Cal Poly game by any Cal Poly quarterback. Look at that, beautiful Mambo number 5, Khalil Jenkins right there.
And at number 4, earlier this year, the Cal Poly volleyball team defeated UCLA on back-to-back nights, which gave the Mustangs just their 3rd win over all time over the Bruins.
That would set the pace for this season, would not?
It was an amazing season for the Cal Poly volleyball team.
It absolutely was indeed. Look at that beautiful play right there from the volleyball team as a whole.
A record-breaking season.
Agreed. Meanwhile, coming in at number 3, we have the blue-green rivalry match here in San Luis Obispo, taking a page out of the great one, Diego! Look at that. That would be the game winner, the match clincher, as that would give the Mustangs the 1-0 victory and their second win in a row at Alex G. Spano Stadium in what is the most intense soccer rivalry amongst all colleges in the nation.
You can see those tortillas flying everywhere on that field. And at number 2, the Cal Poly volleyball team won the Big West Conference Championship for the 2nd year in a row and 5th conference title all time. They really did have an incredible season.
Look at that. It's a shame the way things ended, but it was a season for the ages.
It was a season for the books.
And for the #1 moment in fall sports, it goes to none other than Joe Prothero. With this carry against Southern Utah, he became the all-time rusher in Cal Poly history.
Well, that's all we have for Poly Playbook Sports Action this show.
You can follow us on Instagram and Snapchat, or you can log on to mustangnews.net for continuous Cal Poly sports coverage. I'm Francisco Martinez.
And I'm Lauren Kozicki. Have a great winter break.